Hey guys, Dr. Mike Silvestri here with Silvestri Chiropractic and Wellness in Boone Township, Pennsylvania. Wanted to discuss today liver health. The liver is actually a very overlooked organ. In my opinion, it's a very important organ in the human body, and it's a big organ that actually sits on the right side of your abdomen right here, okay? And the first thing I wanted to discuss is actually the regular functions of the liver. So what's the function of the liver? So couple important functions. Number one, it detoxifies the blood. Okay, so it's a blood detoxifier. Number two, it actually produces bile, which is an important substance that allows your body to break down and digest fats, as well as many other things. And it's very important for your metabolism of protein, carbohydrates, and fats. So those are three important functions. Next thing I want to discuss is the nerve supply to the liver. So as we look at this, of course, we're going to look at our spine model here. This is called, as we talked about in other videos, this is called the thoracic spine right here. And as we go down, this area right here, this T7 to T10 area is important for the liver, okay? And these nerves here come out and go to the liver. Now, we talked about the sympathetic versus parasympathetic nervous system in other videos. Remember, the sympathetic is kind of your fight or flight, so this would be the sympathetic supply to the liver. Now, in the liver's case, this is going to inhibit the function of the liver a little bit, because remember, parasympathetic is rest and digest. Okay, sympathetic is fight or flight, so it makes sense that the liver, if you stimulate the sympathetics, the liver is going to decrease in function. Parasympathetically, so increasing the activity of the liver, increasing the secretions of the liver, is going to be the vagus nerve up here coming from the brainstem. So two very important nerve supplies to the liver. One is from the brainstem via the vagus nerve that we talked about in other videos, and that's the parasympathetic supply to it. So that's going to increase the activity of the liver, and then down here, this T7 to T10 area, the nerves coming out between the vertebrae there are going to supply it sympathetically. So it's going to shut down the activity of the liver. So that's the nerve supply. And I also wanted to show you more of a graphic depiction of that so you get a better idea. This is the liver right here, this big, large organ over here. And you see the two lobes there depicted in that picture here. And this is actually your spinal cord, as you see right here at T7 to T10 area. That is a portion of the vagus nerve right here. You see how the nerves actually supply that. And this is your gallbladder right here. The liver and the gallbladder are highly intimately related. And this is the duodenum right here, which is the first portion of your small intestine. So this just gives you a nice idea of how these nerves actually come down and supply the liver. Very important organ in the human body. What you can't see on here is the brainstem. It doesn't show that on here. The portions of the vagus nerves will be coming from the brainstem as well. Okay? So the next thing I wanted to discuss is how do you maintain a healthy liver. In today's society, we're extremely bombarded with toxins, heavy metals, contaminants, food additives, endocrine disruptors. The list goes on and on. It's extremely important that we keep our liver detoxified. Well, how are we going to do that? Number one, of course, like I talk about in all my videos, we need to keep our spine in alignment, especially in that T7 to T10 area. That's extremely important. So that's step one, to keep that T7 to T10 area subluxation free. Nutritionally, we got to look at our diet, of course. What's important with the liver is anything bitter is going to be really good for your liver. So what I mean by this, we're talking about things like kale, Swiss chard. Okay, those are two important ones. There's a lot of bitter herbs that are good for your liver, such as milk thistle. You may have heard of this one. It's really good for liver detoxification. Things like foods like broccoli are too. These sulfur-containing compounds in broccoli are really important. Onions are good. They have a lot of sulfur in them. So those are some important foods and herbs to keep in mind when wanting to have a healthy liver. In fact, also, there's a substance known as malic acid in apples that are very good. That's very good for your liver as well. So there's a lot of different ways we can keep our liver healthy. We want to limit the processed food consumption as well, or completely eliminate it if possible, because these are very damaging to the liver. And in fact, a lot of people today have something called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It's not from, as the term implies, it's not from drinking excessive amounts of alcohol. It's actually from having a very poor diet in general. Having a lot of processed foods, extremely fatty foods that are good fats, okay, mostly trans fats, things like that. So we want to take a look at that. Those are some important tips, guys, on how to keep a healthy liver from a chiropractic perspective and from a nutritional perspective as well. So guys, I hope you got a lot out of this video. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Be on the lookout for more content as I try to give you as much information as I can on how to live a healthy life. So again, guys, this is Dr. Mike Silvestri with Silvestri Chiropractic and Wellness in Moon Township, PA. We are also still extending our $25 new patient exam and consultation for these challenging times as our gift to you guys. If you're interested and you want to learn more, just stop in. You could do an exam and consultation and get you the help that you need for sure. So once again, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you soon.